shining on a cloudy day, and it don't matter what you say, 'cause even if the sky is falling, I'ma do it anyway. So save your worries, slide your loving. I can feel that good things coming. Finally believe that it's gonna be a bright one here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, man. I love the eyes in the pictures. Wow. You brought that? I did. Wow. That's the picture I got on my chest. Wow. That's nice. Mm-hmm. You like it? I love it. Oh, I didn't see that.
So I hope when times get a little hard, you know, you get the mister, you could just look at the picture. You know, I wanted it to seem like he was part of the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He is.
yeah.
Wow, man, that's really nice.
That's so nice.
Man.
Hey guys, hope y'all find yourself in good spirits today. So, I come to report that Takeoff's father was granted a beautiful, beautiful gift of a portrait of his son. A celebrity artist by Ron Don gifted Takeoff father with an amazing portrait, which I will attach to this video. You know, me looking and watching the video, Takeoff father looked very stunned, like amazed by the portrait. The young man said he gave it like a galaxy look, you know, like a galaxy look. And if you see and zooming into Takeoff's eye, you could as well see like a rocket ship. And what stunned me is the father said to, I think if that's his daughter, he said, "Oh look, I got that picture in my chest," meaning he has that portrait of his son picture when he was young tatted onto his chest. It's very saddening to me that, you know, many of us know, you know, as we look deep into the relationship between the mother and Takeoff and the father of Takeoff. They was once together, and Takeoff never spoke about his father, but he spoke highly and had a good relationship with his mother as well with his grandma. He had a very close-knit family. But the father was never mentioned. So it made it seem like his father was never there in his life. But then again, you know, sometimes people leave certain situation, private situation, or delicate situation off of social media. But when Takeoff passed away, sadly, from gun violence, I heard through other social media on YouTube that covers the story of Takeoff, the father was present in the funeral. He was present, you know, and as y'all went on Twitter, there was a lot of controversy from the father side of Takeoff's brother from the father side and Takeoff's sister from the father side. I never spoke on it, but, you know, I just don't speak on certain situations. But what I do want to speak on is you could tell the father is sometimes some type of way hurt, feeling pain. You know, if he could turn back the hands of time to get those years he can't get back with his son, or be there for his son, you understand, he would have. And it's none of us is, go on to judge this older man of not being there for his son. Because no matter what, you could tell he cared for his son. He loved his son. Because when you see the audio, like I'm going to put on my, excuse me, a little under the weather. If you see the audio, he said, oh, look, I got that picture on my chest. And he just stood dazed, dazed and surprised. And he said, I love his eyes. And one thing we could say, Takeoff had a set of beautiful eyes. That's one thing I always said. And that's what infatuated me with him. His eyes. He's a very handsome young man. They always handsome. But his eyes just stand out. You understand? They just stand out. He had beautiful eyes. And it's sad that his life was taken so young. As well, I'm going to add to this clip as Offset. Offset is getting a lot of backlash on his Instagram that I've seen him, you could tell he is going through a lot as well with the situation of grieving and mourning the loss of his cousin as well, like his brother. He's grieving and he took pictures and he said things ain't going to be the same. Something like that he said. I would put it there, y'all can watch it. A lot of people telling him, oh, you taking a photo shoot and grieving. And one thing I agree with some other people on his Instagram. You can't tell another person how to grieve. Everyone grieves differently in life. Everyone, when they lose a loved one, grieve more differently than the other one. Just because how they adapt to life after losing a person doesn't mean they never loved the person. Doesn't mean they didn't care for the person. Doesn't mean, life went on. Life, yes, it has to go on. But the mourning of the loss of the loved one. So we're going to continue to be there. Because personally, me speaking, I lost a lot of people in my life. You know what I'm saying? Very close one. And I do tend not to cry when I'm in the viewing. And when I get home, I feel more secure to show my feelings and cry. You understand? But when I'm in front of people, I can't. So people are like, why you never cry to it? I just grieve differently. And I understand where Takeoff come from. He's just grieving differently. You could tell he misses his cousin, his brother, his best friend. You could tell he miss him. He miss him. And as well, I'm going to try to see if I could put it on, if I could find it or contact my sister as well. See if she has it. Quavo's sister, not Takeoff mom, but Quavo's sister, Takeoff aunt as well, she put on her Instagram and she said by all means she wants to find a person who took the life of Takeoff. And as an aunt, I can't imagine the pain she is going through. That's her, to have nieces and nephews, that's like your son and daughters. It's a bond you gain with them, and it's unconditional love you give to the kids, you understand? So to her to be going through that, and you can tell she's mourning so hard and so sad, I agree. They deserve justice. They deserve to find a person who took Takeoff life. This murder should not go cold. This murder should not go years into not know or never know who did it. There was a lot of people, as I say, was in that game. Someone knows who did it. Someone should speak out. Give the family justice and give Takeoff the justice that he needs as well. The father, you could tell, is hurting, and it was a beautiful, 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 beautiful thing that that young man as an artist, gave to Takeoff father. it's beautiful because now he has a portrait where he could hang in his house and he could just, idolize it, talk to it, talk to his son. But as I say, everyone grieves differently. Everyone loves an individual differently and show love differently. Just because you show love a certain way doesn't mean the other person got to show love the way you show love, or the other person got to grieve the way you grieve. People going to love differently, and people are going to grieve differently. But it's very sad to say that this young man that goes by the name of Kersnick Kyrie Ball, known as Takeoff, he was an American rapper best known for the best hip-hop trio of the Migos, along with his uncle Quavo and his first cousin Offset. So fortunately that he was born on June 18, 1994, in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So he had his life taken away on November 1st, 2022 in Houston, Texas. To this day, his murder is unsolved. No one does not know who is behind the murder of taking the life of Kersnick Kyrie Ball, also known affectionately to us as Takeoff. I pray for each and every part of his family that they're still grieving. And now the holidays are getting near. It becomes more and more heavy within heart. I pray God gives them comfort. God gives them, the strength that they need to move on day by day, as the mother as well, because she carried that baby 9 months into her womb. She raised that young man as well. Give the mother as well peace and comfort through her trials and tribulation. Each and every person that it is missing him. I pray that one day as we wake up and go through our social media, it's a breaking news that they found the killer who did it to Takeoff. And like I said, people should think before they react. Stop playing follow the leader and be your own self. Stop playing God. Stop taking the life of others. As I pray for justice for that young lady in North Carolina as well. I think her name forgot her name, but y'all know the young lady that her life was taken in the hands of her friends. I pray that, they just find what took place that day and give the family justice. Find the person behind this as well, because that young lady did not deserve to have her life taken away. Takeoff did not deserve to have his life taken away. Every other person that had lost their life due to gun violence or any kind of violence did not deserve to have their life taken away and deserve justice if they have not had justice. I pray for their soul as well, that they found light over in the other side, they transition in the spiritual world, and they may find peace with their family that are crossed over. And as well, may God, welcome them all to his kingdom. No more pain and suffering up there. And I just pray for each and every individual. Like I say, no one should not tell nobody how to grieve, how to love, or anything. Just instead of putting people down, learn how to lift people up. Enough we as individuals have to go through stuff in this world. But I come to report this news to each and every one of y'all. I love my little family base that's on YouTube. Like I said, y'all can like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you can be alerted when I come up and talk what I have to talk and give y'all the report. Or like I say, jokingly, my little robot friend, that when I can't give the news on that time, I make sure I be up to date on here. I'll have them reported for y'all. But today I wish each and every one of y'all love, peace, and blessing. And I'm out to the next video. It's all love at the end of the day.
Shining on a cloudy day, and it don't matter what you say, 'cause even if the sky is falling, I'ma do it anyway. So save your worries, slide your loving. I can feel that good things coming. Finally believe that it's gonna be a bright one here.